What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Up RC. This is Chris, and I know in my last video I had talked about a three-part series of some technology that I was going to be using, but honestly I spent a couple days shooting with this SNP off-brand 4K camcorder, you know, the kind with like a flip-out screen and everything. I was really going to use it for the shots on the side. That way I could, you know, have a camera set off to the side. It looked good. I could see the screen. I could see the little 3-inch LCD screen. I could see where I am on camera. Not only am I going to be using my little FPV cam and that camera, I had been mostly using my phone and I wanted to get away from that. But the camera that I picked up, sadly, is really bad. And I really hate to say that, but it was kind of you get what you paid for. You know, I bought a lower end camera. I expected more out of it, and it turned out, you know, like a 1990s cell phone video. It was pretty bad. Like some of the video shots, the coloration was horrible, the sound was horrible. I'm gonna add a few clips in this video to show you kind of what I got. Some of the video clips, especially when you like zoomed in, were like videos that you would see in a UFO documentary where they're always blurry and always fuzzy. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out. That was gonna be my second video, and this was gonna be my third video, but I'm gonna have to cut it down to 2 because, well, I'm not gonna create a whole video on product that I'm not gonna use. So needless to say, that got sent back to Amazon. Now, this video is for something that I honestly think every single RC content creator or anybody who wants to record RCs should have. And I'm not being paid to promote the product, but I'm a huge fan of GoPro, and I have been for a really long time. I don't even remember how long it's been. The first GoPro I ever purchased, I think, was a Hero 3 Silver or something. I didn't know about them too much before then, and this was years and years ago, and I used it for so many things. I used it for swimming, for going to the zoo with my kids, for all kinds of stuff. I've been with GoPro as far as action cameras go since then, like literally since like the Hero 3. Even when I was with Red Cat Racing, a lot of the videos that we did, the backlot videos, some of the actual action videos for a lot of the models, they were all shot with GoPros because it's a great product. It can be a little expensive, and there is other action cameras that you can buy, but you might end up in the same situation where you get what you paid for. GoPros on their own are just so good at doing action. It's amazing. They're all over. You can't go anywhere, you can't see anything action sports related without a GoPro probably plastered on somebody's roll cage or sitting on a longboard or a surfboard or on somebody's wrist. It's just really good. And I procrastinated on making a lot of videos recently and really quickly when I started this channel because I was only sitting on a Hero 4 GoPro, which doesn't have the stabilization that the 7s Pluses do, doesn't have the actual Pro Tune capabilities. It just doesn't look as good. And honestly, my GoPro's pretty beat up. The lens is even scratched. So unfortunately, it's not exactly the best camera to use. But like I said, I've used GoPros a lot. So that's what I did. I went out and I got myself a brand new GoPro Hero 9 Black. And the thing is amazing already. The last video, the drop down shot from the top is actually shot with this GoPro, and I'm gonna use that. I got a really cool side mount idea for some RC cars. Gonna get some insanely cool stuff. And so many of the videos that I've seen with GoPros mounted to like drones and in race cars, and they're just all over the place. So that's what I did. I went out and I picked this bad boy up. If you're doing RC stuff, like I said, and you don't have a GoPro, you're selling yourself short, honestly. You know, thanks to GoPro. But these things are amazing. Underwater capable, damage resistant. They improve some of the heat capabilities because I've actually had my Hero 4 shut off in the heat, especially here in Arizona. It's really hot. This camera is gonna be really fun to use and amazingly productive as far as getting some just absolute killer shots. So like I said, got myself a Hero 9. They have the mounts already in the base of the actual camera. You've got your battery slot over here with the SD card embedded, watertight. I picked up an extra battery, so now I have 2. Really cool. Probably get about an hour and a half out of each battery if I'm shooting, depending on the level of hyper smooth. If I'm running 1080, you know, at 60 frames, or if I bump up to 2K, 4K. This thing even has the ability to live stream So theoretically speaking, what I can do is I can set up my Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch accounts to this, and I can do on the set live stream video footage. So really cool. I'm actually registering to go to the Arizona Lowrider Super Show in about 2 weeks with some of the models that I've created, and this thing I could potentially use to do a live stream walkthrough of the actual Lowrider Super Show. So I might actually do that. I'm gonna get footage regardless. You can't go wrong with these cameras. They're amazing. I've used the 3, 4, 5, and 7 so far. Didn't use the 6, haven't used an 8. I could have got an 8 for a little bit less, but honestly, there's no point not getting this. And I know GoPro is prone to coming out with new cameras about as fast as Apple comes out with new phones, but that's irrelevant. You know, they've increased the capability of their mounts with the little safety platforms here in between the two mount pieces. You know, you get yourself a nice protective case. You can bash all you want. These things are like 12 to 25 bucks depending. And when it comes to these products, there's a lot of aftermarket companies that sell these things, replacements of these things, and you can even replace the screen specifically, the latches, the door hinges. Got a touchscreen door hinge. So if I want to get crazy, I just mount one of these suckers to the car and I go like that. And I'm prone for that. I've shot a lot of really random videos. There's a couple that are still up to this day on the Red Cat YouTube page where I just took a GoPro and stuck it on a truck and we shot some video and we used it and we did some promo for the MT8, the MT10, you know, the drift cars. There's a drift video that is, I think it's still up, I'd have to look, but there's a drift video that we did in the actual warehouse of Red Cat Racing where we drove some drift cars in the warehouse underneath like the loading racks, and it's just really fun. So these cameras are just amazing, you know. So if you don't have one yet, you probably want to look into getting one. It's one of the best purchases that I've ever made that has been beneficial to creating like video content, even if it's just your kids riding their bike, or if I'm shooting a family outing, or if we're going hiking, whatever. This camera is definitely going to be beneficial for everything, not just RCing, but I really, really enjoy these products. If you've never shot video with one of these, at least action video, then you're kind of missing out, because compared to some of the other brand action cameras that I've seen and I've used, this thing is really, really, really good. Hopefully the video footage that I come up with is really, really cool and some new people like it and some new people hit that subscribe button. So as always, I want to thank the people that have already hit the subscribe button. So if you're new here, if you haven't seen any of my videos, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.